One of us jokingly said it. He was like, we should just do a podcast. We should just record our conversations. And I was like, wait, no, let's actually do that.
Let's do
Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody. Here's the one thing about podcasting that, like, I do have to count them every time. It's episode 4. We know we're
episode 4. Okay.
Yes. That's 4. I don't know if I'm going to keep saying the number every time.
This is just say welcome back to another
episode of If You Would Have Told Me with Joe Fernandes and
Emily Paige.
Yes, and if people that are just seeing us for the first time, this is our podcast where we're gonna read fun stories, tell stories, make up stories with some improv stuff, and we're just here to have fun. And
have a good time.
And make your drive to work or whatever yard work you're doing.
As you're cutting the lawn.
You can hear a little bit about our weird ass lives.
Hopefully we don't distract you too much.
We'll tell you some weird stories. We're all fun here. No politics, nothing, no garbage.
If you're ever wondering what happens in the green room at comedy shows, this is it. This is basically the conversation that happens.
Green room is Frankie's Bar and Grill.
Yes,
Frankie's. My favorite spot. Point Pleasant, New Jersey, best hamburgers. I didn't have a hamburger last night.
You didn't?
No, because
what did you have?
Because Kelly and Carrie.
The grilled cheese with the tomato?
They said
the
it.
grilled
I was
cheese
like,
with the tomato?
I got it.
It was good, right?
It was good.
Yeah.
I had a burger in the afternoon. I'm like, I can't be just
doubling
throwing
up on burgers.
Ultra Gavone just sitting there. I thought this shirt was tight. Now if I would have had that burger.
Double 2 burgers.
Two burgers.
I told you about that venue I went to the other day where they're like, we have 2 microphones for you. I'm like, am I double fisting microphones?
Oh.
Like, what kind of show is this?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, like that Neil Brennan 3 mics. So he's like, I'm gonna do my setups in this mic, and I'm a punchline in this mic. But
they kept asking.
Great though. No, when you said that to me, I was like, maybe I'll be like, we only need 1 mic. Then they take it away, and then that mic dies. You're like, I actually could have used that second
one
mic.
Would have been really good.
Sometimes clubs have that,
right? Like
second
a backup
mic in the back. Yeah,
that's funny.
But I was like, I was hoping that story went there.
No, I wish.
Because I'm always looking for that,
no. Nope. It was good. It was a good show. It was really, the people at the venue were super nice, but I was just like, they were very much like, do you need 2 microphones? And I'm like, why would I need 2 microphones? And then Tim and I were like, well, just to go up there together. Hey, Tim.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's some fun stuff to do sometimes.
Right.
Just take a risk and do some improv.
We're so good at it.
Yeah, totally. There's only one way to get good at it. Just keep doing it. But those country club gigs, they could be nightmares, but sometimes they could be fun.
They were super sweet. They ran a really great show. The audience was fantastic. Mm-hmm. I went up cold, and I was like, well, let's see how this goes. And they were great from the get-go. So it was, perfect. Because I hate, the worst is, if you go up and they're like, you don't get them right away, and then you're like, oh, crap. Is this going to be, the longest 10 minutes of my life? Or is this going to be,
yeah. I did one out. What was it? I'm thinking Bedminster. I know Chris Christie lives out there. It's a huge. So I get to the gig, and Lynette Palladino and Bill Chang opened up for me.
Yeah.
And then I got on stage and I said, yo, you guys' houses are so big around here that I thought all your houses was the country club. I was driving, I'm like, is that it?
Did they like it? They laughed? They laughed,
of course.
yeah.
They're like, oh my God, they're talking about how wonderful we are.
That's
of
fantastic.
Course. They were the richest people ever.
100%.
Actually, second richest people I've ever been around. They smell rich.
Who was the rich?
They you're like, this smells.
You smell like money.
It smells cash in here. No, one time when I was doing like when I first got out of college, I was doing just event videos.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Emil got booked to do a video for a steel company. Oh. They were having a party.
Okay.
And just to put who was there, you remember Donald Rumsfeld? He was the Secretary of State. Oh
yeah.
9/11, George Bush.
Right.
He was there.
That's crazy.
Those people were there. These people were just so rich. They looked rich. You're like, I've never felt no poor. I felt I'm there. I felt like I was some poor peasant just walking in, and they treated us like that too because they had some of the best food there.
Yeah.
Now typically when back in the day when I used to do weddings and they would feed you whatever everybody else did. Oh, they fed us. They put us in a cold closet with cold sub sandwiches while they were having like this like carved meat.
No.
We were sitting there like literally like this. How's your turkey?
No, the country club was so nice. We did. It was Medford Lakes Country Club. Shout out, you guys were fantastic. And they like the locker room, the men's locker room was like our green room, but like not like a locker room you'd think, but like this. I don't know even how to explain it. It was like a lobby. It was beautiful, and they had like a taco bar for us.
Oh, now that's
it was
the type
great.
of gig.
It was fantastic.
That's the type of gig I want. Listen,
yeah.
You could book me and be like,
we're just paying you in tacos.
There's tacos going to be there.
We're like, all right, that's fine.
Right. That's okay.
No, they were super sweet. I had a really good time.
Super sweet. Pull your mic closer. I'm just afraid.
No.
Look, do this. There you
Hello.
go. There you go.
Okay. I know. I'm like,
no, that's fine.
bopping.
That's fine. I'm going to be like, hey.
You're going to love editing this audio.
I've done that before where I've set up like if I'm shooting something and someone I put the mic, they're like, so what I was trying to say was,
you're like,
that's a thing we need. You think this is just for show?
It's a pretend microphone.
It's a pretend microphone.
Oh my gosh.
So you got some news stories for us? I think Emily's got some news stories.
Okay, I got a couple. Do we want to? Okay, I'm gonna give you categories.
Categories.
Dog or Disney?
Dog.
Dog. Okay, so this is a little sad and dark, but
right, Disney.
like, no, I mean that's awesome. So a man trying to cremate his dog sparked a wildfire in Colorado. That's the headline.
I gotta try.
This is from August 1st, actually, and like you guys aren't gonna be able to see this, but like that's the fire.
No.
Yes, this is almost as bad as the gender reveal thing.
It was a very tiny dog. Was such a big
I don't know.
fire.
So law enforcement arrested this man earlier the month, and he is now charged with arson and trespassing, court documents show. Authorities say the cremation ceremony started the fire on August 1st that's estimated to have caused about $200,000 in damages and burned about 11 square miles. His dog, named Rocket, had been in a fight with another dog and was euthanized under court order. Let's see. The suspect lived in a camper near where the fire started, and his pet's cremation got out of control when a spray can he threw into the blaze blew and lit a tree on fire. I don't think he did this cremation.
The cremation was going
him
fine.
Lighting the dog on fire, and then he threw a spray bottle in.
Yeah, so the cremation was fine. He just got greedy with trying to throw let me get rid of some. And that's what exploded and caused the wildfire?
Yeah, and then he drove away in an ATV.
How'd they know it was a cremation?
I guess he admitted it. He goes, hold on, no. At the site, etched on a large rock above Rocket's remains was written dates and Rocket Dog, rest in peace, buddy.
And that's how the investigation...
That dog was glued to the thing. Bone, a dog. Bone.
He glued the dog to the thing and then just set him on fire.
Can you imagine? Is that better or worse than the, is that a better excuse to start a wildfire than a gender reveal party?
100%.
Yeah, I would get it
100% because enough with the gender reveal parties.
It's too much. No one cares.
It's like nobody, it shouldn't be a thing.
No, any excuse for presence.
It should be a thing between you and your husband or wife, your partner. Well, and what's happened to surprises anymore? How come people don't want to be surprised?
I didn't want to be surprised with mine. If I had another kid ever, which I really don't want, but if I did, I would be surprised. But with my daughter, I wanted to know. But my ex-husband and I, what we did is we sat in our kitchen and we opened the envelope together and we're like, oh, it's a girl. And then we called our parents.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of it.
Have a whole party.
I also feel the same about sprinkles when people you get a baby shower, your first one, and then they'll do these sprinkles. I'm like, you don't get more than one baby shower.
Wait, what's the sprinkle?
It's a smaller baby shower for your second or third kid.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go to any kind of party, don't get me wrong, but after a while I'm like, how many baby showers? Or my daughter went to a bridal shower the other day. She went to her soon to be stepmom's bridal shower, and I'm driving her up and she's just like, but who would want to see a bride take a shower?
That's adorable.
It's great. I'm like, thank you. I'm writing it down. Thank you for the bit.
Wrong.
Thank you for the bit. Yeah. And then people are like, there's websites for that. I'm like, all right, guys. We get it. But yeah. Be a dog cremation. Better excuse.
Is that not against the law just to cremate your dog?
No, I think it is. I don't think you can just light a dog on fire. Like, I guess he got his dog
I
euthanized.
I guess you can bury a dog, right?
I buried, yeah. And like, so I had a lot of pets growing up, and like I got my cat cremated in January, but the vet office did it. Like, you pay to get it cremated at a cremation place, and then they give you the ashes. So this guy, I guess, just didn't want to pay for it?
That could be. I mean, because we cremated my father, and like,
it's the same thing.
No, cremation, but
you also lit him on fire in the woods, right?
Would have been a lot cheaper. It would have been a lot cheaper. But like, I remember thinking when we had his ashes, I'm like, first off, do we know this is really dad right here?
Right.
And do they clean it out enough where, like, say,
There's
it could be a little bit of Susie that was in the room next door and a little half dad?
I think you just got to believe. It's kind of like Santa. It's like Santa. You just got to believe.
If they're like, all right, like they just have like bags of ashes, just like,
this is fine.
Fernandes.
I like to believe that they don't, but it's right. It's crazy.
I wouldn't, you just don't know.
No, you don't. I don't know that
whole... But when you do it yourself, you know.
Right. That's true. So maybe he didn't want, his dog getting...
Well, people used to cremate people.
All the time.
Right?
They had to.
I guess it'd just be weird now, right? It's just like... I
think it's frowned upon. Like, you probably need a permit.
Because like I'll see my neighbor behind me, Spanish, has these great parties and stuff, but if I saw like... that, I'd be like...
a murder.
Hopefully it's not a murder.
Right.
Hopefully it's just like... the authorities have established this as natural causes. They
have a paper. It's fine.
Yeah. El Chapo's on the funeral pyre in my backyard.
It's like a Viking funeral almost.
Oh, that's when they send you out on the ship, right?
Yep. But they light it on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is I feel what happened to me because Viking funeral sounds like that's cool. Like, Viking funeral, very manly.
And we live on the coast, so we're near water.
Yeah, I know what would happen to me if someone gave me a Viking funeral. They light it on fire, they push you, go, psh, and the water would just like put it out, and I'd just be this floating with a little piece of smoke, just like loser Viking funeral, just like wow.
You'd be shark bait
because. What are they gonna? They're not gonna send someone out to bring it back to relight it. Look like
you put them in a canoe.
Yeah, that'd be my comedian friends next trying to relight me.
Wait, like this one's got a lighter.
Yeah, put your hand up, right? It keeps blowing out. You're just with a big lighter.
It's great.
Yeah, because Viking funerals, that must have been tough back then without fuel to like really get a good cook going before you.
They would shoot a bow and arrow and hit it. They were very much...
Oh, so they sent it not flaming and then flame it with an arrow? Yo, that is a bold move.
They're way more skilled than we are. Nowadays, we can't even...
Or is that the story they told people? Be like, we hit it with arrows. Yeah, that's... See, we should give our pets Viking funerals. They deserve it.
That'd be great.
They've brought so much... They need more pomp and circumstance.
They're the best.
Being burned in the backyard. But the dog is probably like, fuck yeah.
The thing throwing me off is what was in the spray can? Was like he just like spray? Why would you spray? You want to make the fire bigger? He lit a tree on fire. Was the fire not big enough already that like he needed to throw a spray bottle in there and that's what ignited it?
Or maybe he just started like like these. Maybe he was like like those hillbilly people just like use it as like burning trash. And he's just like he didn't know that had shit in it still.
A can of.
But the visual of that fire, I was shocked when it was only $200,000 in damage. That looked like
huge. I know.
I
don't know if there's any follow up on this.
I couldn't do that. I don't think I could cremate my dog. Actually do it.
No, I wouldn't want to watch that. That's terrible.
I don't even. Yeah, I can't even bring my. Yeah, it's crazy.
They found the partially burned remains of a dog, leading to the conclusion that a man's attempted cremation of his pet sparked a fire that damaged private property, including a cabin.
So what happened to him?
He went to jail.
For how long?
I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't say. I don't know.
I just wanted to know what the charge was.
Arson, I think.
But is it arson if you didn't mean to set it?
Yeah, because he was an idiot. He threw an aerosol can into the...
I thought arson was like premeditated, like I want to burn
I think there's
these
different
woods
levels
down.
of arson, just like there's different levels of murder.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So what? So they have murder one.
Somebody commented, too lazy to bury the dog.
Yeah, it's a little late. I mean, you would think
could have buried it.
Yeah, couldn't
I
you?
buried animals in our
backyard.
backyard.
A hole. Like, yeah.
My parents buried some of our pets in our backyard, and then other ones we had, like the bigger dogs, we had cremated and stuff. My parents put or I say my parents, it's really my mom, puts the dog ashes on the fireplace mantle.
Okay, you make me cry on my podcast. Oh my God, that's
I know, my doggy's getting old too. It makes me sad. Your dog's around the same age as my guy, right?
He's 10.
Yeah, mine's going to be 11 next month.
He's 10. He's diabetic. Had eyes. Dogs had more surgeries than any people I know.
Right. Yeah.
He had this big lump growing off the side of him, like a fatty thing. They just took it out because it was like getting big.
Is it okay now?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. The hair grew back and everything. But
there you go.
Dude is like, it's like one
thing after another.
One thing after
Pets
another.
are so expensive. So my cat that I had cremated, we were just talking about, I put her to bed asleep in January. Mm-hmm. She had diabetes. Yeah, really bad. And I just could never get it regulated. And she passed away. She got really, really sick. It was so sad. But I have one cat now, and I've always had so many pets growing up. But having only one pet, I feel like financially is way easier than, dogs are expensive. Oh. Cats are usually, not as expensive.
I have insurance with him.
Yeah.
But even that's expensive as he's getting older. But I don't even calculate the money I spend on him.
Right.
Because we do what I don't care.
Right.
I spend whatever. I have to get him the best treats, all this stuff because of his
He's
diabetes.
Your baby.
He's.
Do you give him insulin?
I give him insulin twice a day, 16 units in the morning, 16 units at night.
So Fiona, we could never figure it out because cats apparently you can reverse their diabetes. But I think by the time we found out she was diabetic, we were already
Yeah, dogs have type 1.
Okay.
It's a hereditary.
Yeah.
Not type 2.
So sad.
But he runs high, so he got diagnosed in 2020.
Okay.
Right before all the shit went down.
Yeah.
And the doctor at the hospital, 'cause he got very sick, and that's when we found out. He believes in quality of life over trying to really.
I 100% agree.
People starve their dogs, don't give them.
Sometimes
stuff.
you just get selfish because you want to keep them alive so bad.
But he has, because the insulin will drop his blood sugar, but it comes back quicker.
Yeah.
But so we don't want to go more than 16 because it'll drop. But he does have a pretty good quality of life. He's very happy.
He goes for long walks with you all the time. I see you guys are always.
Let me tell you something.
That's your lifesaver.
That's my. I gotta say, that's my favorite thing in life.
That's great.
Is just being out there.
Yeah.
Phone away. I'll take a picture or video just.
But then you put it away.
I put it away. I used to listen to audiobooks and stuff, but I stopped that. I'm I just want to
enjoy nature.
Enjoy it because I remember reading this this thing in one of the newspapers about how to slow time.
Yeah.
And because it's when he just in general. You feel like time's going by, and it's doing things like that. You can't actually slow time, but sometimes you always got your mind occupied with a podcast or this. You know, if you would have told me, I'd be wasting my life. No, but audiobooks.
You're always what's next? What's next? What's next?
What am I doing? Yeah. Gigs, being in the moment. Taking it in,
slowing down.
Sometimes I'll be out there in 3 hours.
That's so nice.
And I love it. It's my happy. I think it's my happiest. No anxiety.
Well, animals are the best.
Yeah.
My cat literally follows me everywhere. His name's Tito, and he is obsessed with me. Literally, ever since the other cat passed away, it's literally just him, me, and Ava. But sometimes, if Ava's at her dad's one weekend, he's just attached to my hip. He will sit next to me everywhere I go, like a puppy. Mm-hmm. And ever since I put the other cat to sleep, I let him sleep in the bed with me now some nights, and he is obsessed. And he had never in his 8 years of life ever slept in bed with me. So now he thinks this is the best thing in the world. Yeah. He's screw that other cat, right. Living his best life.
Yeah.
But
I got stairs for Cody. He can come up and.
I remember
he just comes to wake me up and gets back down.
He doesn't snuggle?
No, he needs a hard, cold surface.
I'm very particular about my sleeping. Right. That's so funny because my big guy, my dog who lives at my parents, he does not like to lay on the cold floor. He wants like he will if you like have a treat, like he'll get down there slowly, but he would much rather be like, I will go do that on the rug over there. I will lay on the rug, but not on the cold floor.
Yeah.
He's very particular.
Yeah, I love it. So, do you like doing like walks in the woods and stuff like
that?
Love
it. I love being outside. I think there's something very relaxing. It's so funny. Like I even like going to the beach in the winter, like and walking around. There's something about the waves and the cold air. And
I go to the tip of Sandy Hook all the time and look for sea glass. I love it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I like nature. I'm very big on water. So like, but not even always the beach, but like a harbor or a lake. There's something very soothing about being by the water for me.
Yeah, my house is a half block in from a lake.
That's fantastic.
Lake Parsippany. So whenever I'm coming home from anywhere, especially this time of year, around like the sun coming down, like people just stand at the edge and watch it there.
It's so pretty. Yeah.
It's just really, I don't know. I just love doing, I don't know. I guess I'm just changing a lot. Like I just want to like do different things like that. Like I just love being outside.
I feel like as we get like older, this is like a very serious turn, but as you get older, you start to appreciate these things that like you realize that you're not always going to have these experiences.
Right.
So you kind of want to just like slow down. Like I am this goes with our anxiety we talked about on our last episode. Like my anxiety is always like thinking too much about the future and not enjoying enough of what is actually currently happening, and being too focused and worried about the future, right? That's where a lot of my anxiety comes in.
Yeah.
So I think when I'm outside in nature and stuff, and like I have these memories of being younger. I was like in middle school with my family dog growing up and just laying in the backyard in the grass with him, and just like how like soothing and just no care in the world.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I sit on the back porch with the fire pit.
Perfect.
Me and him, I have like the Yankee game on, or like sometimes we sit in the front yard because he likes to watch people and give him little growls as well. I'm
like F you people.
And like even like comics used to come on. Like Ritu Chandra. She doesn't do comedy anymore, but she used to come. We'd talk comedy. We just like connect. Scott Brennan used to come, like him and his dog, and I just like to do that with friends that like just go on walks, talk. It's just like almost like get away from this technology. It's so like annoying, and it's just like a real like human connection.
Yeah.
And like you're laughing, you're just having a moment.
It's a lot of outside noise that like doesn't need to be around.
Totally.
And it is nice and relaxing. Like even like sometimes I'll drive and I'll shut the radio off. And I'll just be like in my thoughts, or like, which is, wait, do we talk about this?
I don't think so, but wait.
I feel like you told me, we were talking about like after leaving a gig, you'll think you'll do great, and all of a sudden you're like, I did terrible at that gig. Like you're good too in your thoughts.
Oh no, that was the time I ate White Castle, and it gave me, because I think that gives me mild depression.
We talked
because something chemical.
We talked about that, but yeah, sometimes it's not so good to be alone in your thoughts, but sometimes I need it to clear my head.
No, I don't even know I'm doing it sometimes. Like I'll be with somebody, like say like a comic's like bringing me home, and I'm just, and they're like, you're not gonna put the radio on? I'm like, it's not on? I didn't even know it wasn't on. Like,
I'm in my head.
I'm just like,
there's a lot of music playing up here right now. There's a lot happening. Yeah.
I try to get out of that.
Yeah.
I try to get out of that, but I mean, back to cremating.
We took a spin there.
No, but talk about the expense of dogs. Like I said, I don't calculate what I spend on Cody every year. It's a lot. But all I do know is when Cody does move on from this life, the amount of money I spend on him.
So many vacations.
It's going to be a very nice vacation that I'm going to take in his honor every year.
There you go.
Money.
The Cody vacation.
I was going to spend it anyway.
You might as well put it aside like a piggy bank.
That's
a
what
Cody
I'm saying.
fund.
That's
I love it.
It's just going to be that.
Yeah. Well, that's why people, and this is totally different, but people are like, why don't you want to have any more children? And like, there's many reasons I don't want to have any more kids, but also like, kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Like I can figure out how to like give her and I a good life, but you bring in another kid, and I can't take care of it. Not like that's so much money. That's so many trips to Europe I want to take.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. People have been doing it for years.
Yeah, good for them. But
it is
like,
very expensive.
Too expensive.
No, nothing wrong with that.
That's why I don't even know if like I love my dog to pieces, but I don't think after he's gone I'm gonna get another dog anytime soon.
No, I'm not.
You
not
know,
for a long time.
Yeah, I need some freedom.
Yeah.
Financial freedom.
But there's this Italian guy, Frank, I used to run to on the trails. He's probably like in his 80s.
Okay.
He had boxer, and he's like, Joe, my last boxer passed away, and I was so torn apart. My wife made me get this one. He's like, it's the only thing that takes the pain away. That's what he said. I was just like, oh, Frank, you're killing me here, buddy.
You're going to end up with another corgi.
I'm definitely getting corgi.
They're so cute. Do you recommend that breed?
Yes. Okay. I'll give you the good, the bad.
This is the Corgi podcast.
This is the Corgi podcast. They're awesome dogs. They're goofy. They're funny.
Okay.
They're bossy.
Okay.
Because they're herding dogs.
Yeah.
And they're a big dog stuck in a little body, so they need a lot of walking and action if you don't want them to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good to know.
Yeah. So, but that being said, he keeps me healthy.
Right, because you have to walk him all the time.
Now, as he's getting older, he doesn't want to do it as much as we used to do it every day.
Right.
Like a lot of that. I used to take him on 4-hour hikes on big hills. He was like a goat. He would run up like these rock formations, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get up there.
Yeah. So bye, Cody. Like,
he's like, ping, 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 ping. I was like,
you're done.
And I'm like, where are we going, man?
Are you killing me?
I didn't know we were going up cliffs today.
Cliff diving, With
the
Code Man.
Yeah, Code Man.
That's so cute. I always like your little pictures you post to him.
Yeah, he's very photogenic.
He's so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't. Yeah.
Would you go back to the Amish again for another puppy if you did get another corgi?
Sure.
That was a good experience for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he was healthy.
He was healthy, yeah.
There you go.
He was healthy up until the diabetes, but
he's old, yeah.
Yeah, but his whole bloodline has that.
Well, yeah.
But also, I went to First off, he cost me like $800.
That's not terrible for.
But like, we went to a corgi breeder first.
So expensive.
And they give me like these defective looking ones, like
this one looks broken.
Yeah, like
I don't want a broken one. I want a good one.
Well, my stepson Justin was a little kid when we got it. He wanted the corgi.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll get you a corgi.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to get him a nice one.
I want a nice one. That's defective.
Yeah. I mean, sure, I would. I didn't want to. I should have got two.
Really?
Only because I feel bad sometimes. I feel like he had like a little chum. You know what I mean? Like a little buddy, or maybe got like one of his. We're this close to getting his sister Heidi because his original name was Harvey.
Harvey?
Yeah. Yeah, there was Harvey, Heidi, Hero. I forget the other one's name.
That's cute.
But he came up to me.
So you were like, this one?
He was like, you gotta get me out of here, bro.
Save me.
You gotta.
Save me.
That was like the face he gave me because Hero didn't care.
He's like, I love it
Heidi
here.
was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But Cody's like,
please, for the love of God.
Please, get me to Jersey.
Yeah. Take me to where take me to the normal place.
Take me. You like got it like streets. You guy eats a lot of treats. I'm in the treats.
Yeah.
I know I'm only 8 weeks old.
We're a pair and two peas.
I mean, I know it sounds corny, but like I remember because I had to pick at a litter.
Yeah.
So I go meet him.
Okay.
And then I couldn't leave with him. I had because he wasn't fully ready to come home.
Aww.
I felt like I left like a family member. I'm like,
that's my baby.
Anything happens to that dog,
I will kill you.
Like I've known him for 20 minutes, and I was already like,
that's my dog.
Gonna fight.
Well, we did this. So my first dog ever was an English setter, and we had to go pick the litter. And my mom wanted this like little girl that was sleepy, and I was like, I want this one. It was like the one untying our shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
He was the best dog. His name was Rufus. That's what we named him.
Aww.
He was the best little bup. But we had him since he was like a tiny baby till he was almost 15 when he died.
He
did really well. His legs gave out at the end. His heart was still strong, but he couldn't like even get himself up.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping he can make it to 15. That's why I take him exercising to try and keep his joints working.
Yeah.
I'm giving him this. I found this new like joint. I
thought fish oil is supposed to be good for I think that's joints and skin.
Yeah, I got this stuff called Dazaquin. It's like this.
I drug my dog.
No, it's not. It's just it's like a supplement. I don't even know if it works, but
it's his pre-workout.
It's his pre-workout. I mean, I'm making my smoothie in the morning. And
Goodbye, Cody.
He's
gym tan laundry.
Gym tan laundry. That's me and him just doing push-ups, getting ready for our hike. But
that's great.
Yeah, so
that's the only thing. So my dog lives at my parents' house now because I have a big guy. He's an American Staffordshire Terrier. He's a pit bull. But I don't have a house anymore. I have a condo, and he needs a yard to run in. My parents have over an acre fenced in, so it's perfect for him. But I miss that big dog, like walking him all the time. And like I'll go over there. My parents live right down the road, so I'll walk him. And but he's getting up there now. But he definitely kept me in shape when he was younger. Walking that dog all the time, like it was great.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's the one thing I think I would get a dog because it keeps me active, keeps me out. I need a dog that can go on the trails.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna get.
Do you keep him leashed, or he can run? He's good.
I keep him leashed if I see people.
If there's people around, but he's good,
he's
right?
He's an off-leash guy,
and he comes right back. That's fantastic. Yeah. Did you train him young?
Yeah, we got my friend Mary Jean has a company called why can't I Mary Jean, I'm so sorry to
we're gonna add that in right here, an image of your logo.
But she's my brain. See, we talked about dementia last episode.
He has it.
Apparently I'm journaling enough to not have my dementia.
Not enough journaling going on.
Yeah, but
we're talking about dog training.
Dog training.
This is the dog podcast.
I want to properly plug her because she's a great trainer.
That's awesome. Mary Jean?
Canine Cure. I just remembered it as I was about to. Canine Cure. She trains them at our house.
That's great.
At your house. She's also a big comedy fan.
Oh, cool.
Her son Jason is a big fan of mine. He comes out to my shows and I have to do jokes he requests.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was he ever at Uncle Vinny's?
I feel like because they're in North Jersey. They've come see me at Rhino.
Rhino's
they saw
great.
me at the dojo.
That's a great club too.
Yeah. And he had to be trained because he was just a menace. I
feel like all dogs should be. Yeah. Cats are easier on that standpoint too, because even like potty training, like the mom cat teaches the babies how to use the litter box, so they come potty trained.
Oh, that's good.
That's great. Like he was like he knew, like my cats they know what to do.
Nice.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier.
So yeah, I'm gonna cremate Cody probably to bring it back.
Let's just swing it back.
To bring it back.
All right, very good. Do we want to do another article?
Of course.
Do we Disney?
This is the podcast, Emily.
Disney or skeletons?
What was the Disney one?
We'll just talk about the Disney one. So I'm a Disney person. I've become a Disney person as I've gotten older. I've only been to Disney World though. That's one in Florida. So this story takes place in Disneyland.
Okay.
And like the one thing about Disney is like it literally is like the most magical place on earth. Like I'm telling you, when you go there, it is so clean. Everyone is so nice. People are usually on their best behavior. Like it's honestly a great place. Well, I saw this on TikTok first, and then I went and I searched for an article. Okay. Disneyland mom breaks silence after she's hauled away in cuffs for allegedly sneaking her children into the park. So, apparently this was not her first time doing this, and this is what the issue is. If your kids are 2 or younger, they can get in for free.
Okay.
So she basically got caught for this was like her multiple time trying. She actually got into the park, and then they were like, you need to leave or you have to pay for your kids, and she refused, so they actually cuffed her. And Disney workers went on TikTok and were like, the fact that they got handcuffs on her means she got combative, because they won't cuff people. They'll do everything they can to avoid, because it's supposed to be the most magical place on earth.
Yeah.
But it was so fun.
Bring Goofy and kind of lighten the mood.
Well, funny that you bring up Goofy, because apparently the first rumor I heard is that she was getting kicked out of the park because she refused to get off Goofy's lap. And I was like, whoa.
Oh, so she was.
But no, that apparently was false.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, what a story. That Goofy was her favorite and she wasn't getting off.
Drinking too much beer in Germany?
Probably, yeah, around the world. But yeah, so apparently she snuck her 2 daughters in who were obviously older than 2.
And how'd she get them in?
I don't know. Let's see.
It seems like a very tough thing to do at Disney.
Yeah, trust me. My dad got stopped every day going to the parks because he had a backpack, which makes me feel safer. They go through everything, and they made they made my fingerprint attached to Ava's ticket, so they made sure that Ava never left with anyone but me.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, it is really you feel safe, but I guess she didn't buy them tickets, and then when she got to the door, she said she didn't have to, because also kids don't have IDs on them.
See, my whole thing, if you can get in,
yeah,
you shouldn't be in trouble.
Right, if you already got in, what's the point?
Right. How'd they know she snuck in?
Yeah.
Did they say that? I
don't know. I'm trying to go through.
How they caught her?
This is more about.
Was she drunk? I didn't even pay to get in this place.
Probably.
Where's Goofy? Let me ride him.
Let's see. The woman in the video attempted to bring her children to the park without paying for tickets, something she has done before.
Oh, so she's a career criminal.
Right. She was uncooperative with our security team. She's accused of trying to pass the kids off as 2-year-olds so they could enter the park without purchasing a ticket. Police said she was arrested for trespassing but was later released on a citation. Children under 3 do not need a theme park ticket for Disneyland. So I don't know how they caught her. None of the articles, because she was in the club. She was in the park. I say club because I hit the back button and it was a whole picture. Yeah, it was a whole article about
why they handcuffed her. So she must have been very
let's see,
combative.
Disneyland mom. Let's see how she got caught. Police defend mom's viral arrest. Disneyland mom booted from theme park. She's preparing to sue. Of course she's going to sue. Well, I don't know. I don't know enough about the story. Maybe she should sue. Let's see.
How do you it's all about her stealing? Be like, you believe they got mad at me for stealing?
Yeah. But also Disney doesn't want any issues, so they're going to settle outside of court. Like a kid got eaten by a crocodile at the Grand Floridian.
I don't even know how that happens.
Well, it's Florida.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know how it happened, but I don't know.
Well, they had signs up, but apparently not enough signs. And this it's actually really a sad story because I can't even imagine. But this kid, 2-year-old little kid, was playing by the water's edge, and a crocodile just jumped out of the water and the dad tried. Oh, can you imagine?
No.
But the Disney settled outside of court. But I also want to be that's not really Disney's fault.
Why are you putting your kid by alligator waters, and why doesn't Disney have a little barrier for the alligators?
Well, now they have a fence up and stuff like that.
It's just in time. Just in time
for another kid to get eaten.
I mean, we were just waiting for one, but that's how things happen. It's you see that in the real world. It's how many people died at this intersection?
Right.
Okay, now we'll get a light.
Now we'll put a light there.
They're I guess how many years? They're
there's
the parents are really kind of to blame because it's how many parents have been to what was that the Polynesian it was at, I think?
Grand Floridian.
Oh, the Grand Floridian.
It was at the beautiful rich one.
Yeah.
The money one.
But how many families went there and didn't get their kids eaten by alligators?
Right. 100%.
So
because there literally is signs up saying do not go near the water.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to put a giant fence up because I feel like it will ruin the look, the atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, why don't they just kill the alligators? Why can't you just get rid of them?
People then think, oh, there's no alligators in here because it's Disney. No, alligators will find their way there. There's anole lizards all over. It's wildlife. It's still Florida.
I don't even know how you recover from that.
I don't even know. I didn't know this was. I'm sorry, guys. I took it to really.
Especially I wonder if they saw it, if they're just making a sandwich with their little, and then they just looking where, if it happened.
No,
so
I think
fast.
there was they had a baby too. I think the mom was with the baby farther up on land, and the dad tried to grab the kid, but
oh man, that is.
I don't know how you recover from that.
Tell you what, family don't think this is the best place on earth. That family forever. I don't think anybody in that family is ever going to go there again.
Yeah, can you imagine? You can't ever go back there.
Imagine the family's that cold. It's just our place. It's where it's a family.
You can't watch Disney movies in it. That would ruin.
Yeah, especially an alligator one thing.
What, those alligator movies?
Yeah. I remember one time reading a story that Disney was having a problem with I guess people were renting handicapped people on Craigslist.
What?
To get on rides faster, to get the front of the lines back in the day, handicapped people.
I'm not even going to Google that because I can imagine the results that will come up.
Yeah, so because if you have a person in a wheelchair, so these handicapped people were making bank because they have to.
They were getting pay
for them to get into the park,
right. And they were getting paid for it.
Yeah, it was a side gig, but because I think there was just a crazy amount of wheelchair people showing up because it became such a thing,
right?
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But I don't think there should be something wrong with that because it's whatever. It's
I would more I would hate to spend the whole day at Disney with somebody I barely knew because then you're just doing small talk. No, but then you're doing small talk. No, I would never. I'm saying I would never rent a person person.
Oh, you wouldn't rent a person?
I would never rent a person because I would like. I don't. It's hot in Florida.
Maybe be like, oh, like,
Why don't I just put you in a wheelchair and drag you around? Like we just pretend you're in a wheelchair.
Do you need proof or something?
I don't know. Now it used to be the DOS pass. Well, there used to be a pass, the disability. I forgot what it stands for, but it was called the DOS pass, and now they're way more strict with it.
That's from that story. That's because of the
way more strict with it now. Like you need to have like an actual like. I used to have it because I have.
Yeah, you gotta like show your legs gone. Like, I can't get on.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I like Disney. I'm a big Disney girl.
I've been.
You dabble
3 times.
So I hadn't been to Disney since I was 9 years old, and I didn't get the whole Disney thing. And then I went twice with friends within 6 months, and I was like, I get it now. And then I went with my daughter, and it's much different when you go with like family than with friends.
Yeah.
But it's a good time. And my dad retired now. He bought into the Disney Vacation Club, so like we went 2 summers in a row. We're going again next summer. We're doing the Disney cruise too, and I've never been on a cruise.
Okay.
So it's fun. And you know what? You do kind of forget about like all your problems when you're there.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
So like that's nice, you know.
For that kind of money, I saw a show about how expensive Disney World has gotten. Where
it's like, crazy.
It's really unaffordable for the average person now.
I only can go, and my daughter only gets to go because my dad got a lot of money after he retired for all his sick time, and my dad pays for the whole trip. Like I got to be honest with you, I would never have been able to take her if my dad didn't pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's his way of giving back because we didn't go on vacation a lot growing up. So now he like wants to give me and her like a good life. And like, I'm not gonna. He's like, you have to pay for your alcohol and your souvenirs. I'm like, sounds good.
Beautiful.
The pools are great too at the resorts and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Ava has more. I would always ask Ava, what was your favorite park? And she's like, or what was your favorite part? And she's always like, probably the pool and the slide.
Pool,
we're like, oh great. And she's like, we also had like a really nice TV. I'm like, all right.
The kids,
Screw everything else.
The kids could care less about the theme parks.
No,
they get so exhausted there.
Right.
You get them a nice hotel with a nice pool. They think they went to the greatest thing ever.
I thought about taking Ava away this was the summer. Now I have to wait, but I want to take her away maybe over spring break just to like for a weekend at a hotel with a pool. She'll have a blast.
Great.
That's all she wants.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter where the hotel is.
Yeah.
Somewhere warm with a pool.
Cool. What's the other story?
Skeletons. Okay. So I found a lot of creepy stuff, but I was like, this is intriguing. So this article is from Popular Mechanics. A man found a skeleton while renovating his basement. It wasn't alone.
Ooh. Oh, wait, I think I started reading this one.
This is the one you were like,
they had a word that I had to look up because I didn't know what it was.
Was it archaeologist, or did you know that
word?
I know
what archaeologist is.
The archaeologist dug up. You just told me. You told me I was allowed to make fun of you.
Oh, no, I said you could. I'm not mad. I think it's hilarious. Like,
shots fired. So archaeologist.
She had to say, you told me.
You would have told me. I could make fun of you. What was the one word that you said was my word now, or was your word now? And I sent you a picture from the racetrack the other day.
Wait.
Hold on. We're gonna go back to that article in a second. Let me go through our text exchange. I sent you a picture. I was at the racetrack. Vagabond.
That's it. Yeah.
There's a place called Vagabond Kitchen and Tap House.
Yes.
It was my word. And you wrote, that's your food. It was my word. Because I used vagabond and something. Anyway. Archaeologists, vagabonds. Archaeologists dug up 37 additional skeletons under a house, as well as, is this the word 10 plaster? How do you even say that word?
Sarcophagy. Yeah. That's the one I didn't know.
Sarcophagy.
You know what's funny? I was reading this article and I'm reading sarcophagy as if I know sarcophagy, but like about the 4th time he was like, I don't know what I'm reading.
Did you Google it?
What does it mean? I forgot. Wait, no, it's it's I don't know. I was about to lie.
Look up. A box-like funeral receptacle for a corpse.
Yes. Sarcophagy. It's a coffin. See, and this is what bothers me about that article.
It's coffin.
Just say coffin. Nobody's sarcophagy. There's another word I think that comes up, but I will.
So he was in France. He accidentally discovered a skeleton renovating his home. Can you imagine doing a home renovation and you find a skeleton?
No.
And you're like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, especially because you're like, well, the home renovation to find a skeleton, you're going in the ground. It's not like it'd probably be worse if you're like, I'm changing my kitchen cabinets, and then there's a skeleton.
Somebody was murdered in this house.
I'm not gonna dig a wine cellar.
Well, apparently it was that his house was the location of a cemetery dating back over 1,500 years.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You're like, oh, that's great. I'm in a haunted house. Let's see what else we get here.
It's like Poltergeist.
Yeah, I don't like scary movies. This would freak me out. The presence of a cemetery from the early Middle Ages in this area has been known for a long time. Apparently not, though, because I built a house on it.
That should have been on Zillow.
Right, this is not in the ad.
You can't be buried. You can't have a house over burial grounds.
Well, that's, I think, an issue with, there were houses built on Native American burial grounds. I think those have been issues in the past. Apparently, supposedly, these were built in the 7th century over a pagan temple dedicated to the Roman god Mercury. However, there are no traces of the former construction remaining, and the burial site has never been studied in depth. Obviously not, because you built a house on it. They're using this word way too many times.
Sarcophagy, right?
Sure.
Ask Siri how to say that.
Sarcophagy.
Ask Siri how to say it. Is there a way to do that?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh.
I don't talk to Siri.
Oh, I don't either, but I figured maybe you could. I got to do iPhone 16. Let's see if it does it. How do you spell it?
Sarcophagi.
That's what I thought.
The skeletons were arranged side by side in a fan-like shape, shifting slightly to the east as they went along.
Yeah, because it's probably like some weird-ass ritual.
Right. All right, what does it say?
Okay, let's...
They're using a lot of fancy words.
Sarcophagy. Let me put the volume up.
Sarcophagi.
Oh, sarcophagi.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I just needed to know. Because in case I ever need to use it in conversation.
Right.
Be like,
the sarcophagi guy.
So hanging out with my friend Emily, podcasting like we do, you know what I mean?
Talk about vagabonds.
Vagabonds, sarcophagi. You guys ever have sarcophagi discussions?
We're very... If you would have told me.
If you would have told me episode 4 would be about dog cremation, dog love, sarcophagi, maybe that's what we're going to do. You know what? I'm going to use that and flip somebody out. Be like when Cody passes, be like, do you want cremated? Sarcophagi.
They're like, what?
Do some reading.
You're not well versed.
Yeah.
All right. With the skeletons now removed from the site, the next step is the laboratory examination that the team hopes will allow them to determine the sexes, ages at death, and living conditions of the individuals found. Can you just let them be?
This guy was just wanting a little home renovation.
Just wanted his basement improved.
This guy wanted a little home renovation. Now he's in Indiana Jones.
The objective, according to the team.
Were they like
they're
royals?
from the Middle Age. They're trying to figure that out.
Wow.
Is to better understand the population who lived here during the Middle Ages, but also to understand the evolution of funeral traditions during these periods.
Okay, here's my thing.
Just what the guy's poor house now is like a.
First off, it's like, what's up with these local archaeologists don't know this shit's there? What are you studying?
They're it was well known. Apparently not.
Yeah, you don't know these people, and that's where they were at, or we're just they're disappointing me. The French archaeologists and their sarcophagi. It should be G,
I
right?
liked
You're
G
a
better.
Teacher, right?
I am, but I don't.
Is GI guy or G?
Well, it depends on the
if
language.
It's sarcophagy or.
I'm like the worst person to ask.
That'd be great to use it like a funeral home. Be like, just call up. Be like, you have sarcophagy.
I'd explain to my students. Most of them are native Spanish speakers that. Chemistry, CH is like a K, and not they go chemistry, which I get because, but I'm like no. In English, I always sometimes go in American. I'm like that's not a language. In English, the CH is like a K, like chemistry, and they're like we're still gonna say what we say. I'm like all right, I'm just explaining to you. Chemistry.
I guess you're not majoring in chemistry.
Chemistry.
I'm a chemist.
They're adorable though.
I'm a chemist. My wife's a cellist.
I feel like we talked about
cellist.
I feel like we talked about cellos last time too.
We did?
I don't know. I feel like we've had these.
Real. What did we talk about cellos?
I don't know. I could be making that. Maybe I talked about cellos with somebody else. Well, it's now going to become a reel. Now it's going to be a reel.
Let's talk about it.
What about it?
Well, I don't know.
Are you a fan of the
you
cello?
Have discussions on cellos. I want to. So,
what's your favorite?
We know you don't know who you were talking about cellos with, but how'd it come up?
I don't know any of that. I don't remember. I could have made this up. Honestly, this could have been a dream. My melatonin-induced dream.
I just want to do. I'm going to impersonate you. Wait, did we talk about cellos?
Well, now it's going to be a reel.
That's my. This
is totally going to be a reel.
Yeah, so it has to be. The conversation never existed about cellos.
We really didn't talk about cellos?
Well, what would we? Well, okay. You've talked about cello with somebody.
I think I have.
But what? Like, you guys didn't just like break down the cello as like.
No, I felt like we were talking about string instruments.
There's no way we did. But like, I mean, you were at this conference. Like, if it was with me, I have dementia. But
I feel like we were talking about something like I could tell this. I don't even now. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
So we talked about string instruments, focusing on cello.
Obviously, this conversation.
I mean, I play guitar. I play bass. I don't even play cello. Do you play cello?
No. Were we talking about fiddles or something?
Fiddles. I think
someone please email me or DM me if we had this conversation. I definitely talked about cellos with somebody.
I think Emily's moonlighting on other podcasts.
About vagabonds.
She's got their If you would have told me, we would not remember
a cello conversation. Well, this has now become
4 episodes into this podcast.
This has now become the cello episode.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, right. It's not like this is episode 100. You'd be like, remember episode 3? We talked about the cello.
It was definitely
like,
not
that was a long
3.
time ago, but it had to be 1 or 2 because if we talked about the cello an hour ago.
I forgot. What are you talking about, Joe? We went home. We had a week in between, and then we came back and recorded.
Definitely have to have cello music playing under this reel.
I can't wait. This got to be the first one.
So do you remember nothing about this cello conversation?
No, I thought we talked about a cello.
What did you think we talked about?
Just about them.
Just about them? Let's talk about cellos. Are you into chamber music? No? Do you like Mozart?
I like classical music.
You do like classical? Yeah. We're getting there. Cellos. There's cellos.
Really, I was just predicting the future.
Composers do you like? Telemann? Mozart,
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
The man, not the dog. I also like the dog.
The dog? What's the man of the dog?
No, he said the man, not the dog. You remember Beethoven?
The man of the dog.
The man of the dog, wasn't that a serial killer?
What? No, that's my favorite cello brand. The man of the dog.
Hold on. Dog. Suit? No.
This episode is sponsored by ADD medication.
My therapist was like, I think you have ADHD. I'm like, duh.
You're like, what?
Wasn't it a killer? Hold on.
So if anybody tuned in for Cello Talk,
sorry guys.
Sorry. I don't know.
There's definitely something with the dog. Oh, David Berkowitz.
The killer?
Yeah, there's something about a dog. No. I moved on to something about a dog.
Oh. She sends me into a cello discussion and leaves me there just to be all here by myself.
Is the cello the tiny one? No, the violin's the tiny one. Cello's medium size.
Cello is like you play it like this.
The big one.
Well, there's the big one's the bass. Then you have the cello.
Is the medium
You have a violin. You have a viola.
Oh. Anyway,
that's
enough of that.
That's enough. I'm so curious because I thought when you brought it up because you were brought it up like we were about to dig deeper. You're like, remember we were talking about the cello, and I thought you were primed and ready for some cello discussion.
That's all I had.
And I think I derailed what you were about to do.
Because I was like, I don't even know where that came from. Now I'm a little nervous that I'm like schizophrenic or something. Did we not have somebody? Maybe it was with one of my students.
Talking about the cello?
Something about instrument. We're talking about instruments.
Yes, probably.
A better bet.
It's probably a better bet.
Anytime I see a cello, I'll think of you, Joe Fernandes.
Oh, every time. I sometimes direct concerts that are chamber music.
I thought so.
And I'm going to be like...
You give that impression.
I do. I hate it. It's so boring.
Better than carpet tap dancing?
Better than carpet tap dancing. Yeah, I told her a story earlier about early on in my video career when I taped a tap recital that they had carpet for, so the poor little girls couldn't even hear their taps for their timing.
But good for the audience because, whew, that started because we're talking about how my daughter is now taking tap dance lessons, and I gave the teacher a lot of credit because I could never teach 5-year-olds how to tap dance.
No.
I would lose my mind. It took every instinct in me to I had to grip the chair because I tap danced as a kid. So she's trying to teach my daughter how to do something, and my daughter's literally doing the exact opposite of what she's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And it's taking everything in me not to become a dance mom. To be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And she's so patient with them. She's like, not like that.
Those recitals are adorable, though. I remember when my nieces were dancers, I used to go see them. Yeah. So cute. So it's like,
I'm sure it'll be adorable. And I'm sure by June we'll have a shuffle ball change down. Hopefully.
A what?
A shuffle ball change.
What the hell's a shuffle ball change?
It's a dance move.
Oh, it's a dance move.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I thought you were taking me on a whole other direction.
Cello talk?
I thought I was thinking of shuffleboard.
Nope. Oh. But I love that on episode 5 I could be like, remember when we talked about shuffleboard?
We're both going to be like, what did we say? I mean, if there's cello in that first 2 episodes, it's going to blow my mind.
I feel like it came up when we were talking about Ireland.
With soup weather? And cellos? Did you see cellos when you were in Ireland? Because I've never been to Ireland.
No, there were no cellos.
There were no cellos? So
no, there were bagpipes, which is actually Scotland. But there was a bagpiper.
Still no cellos?
No cellos.
Okay. All right. This is a good time.
To stop.
This is a good time. We're gonna try like we did last episode.
Improv?
We're gonna do one word
Hold
improv. We're gonna make up a story. See if we can go longer this time.
We could have kept going with the horse batteries.
Yeah, we probably could, but sometimes when you laugh too hard,
I laugh at everything, so you can't stop.
I laugh too. I felt like it was really kind of over then.
It was bad. Yeah, it was done.
No, it was good. It was a good story. My favorite story, actually.
It was great. Better than green eggs and ham. That was last episode.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. One word improv. We're gonna try it. Hope you people like this. We do.
Who's starting?
If
you
would have. Wait. Okay, we'll start over.
Is it one word?
In the title of it, it's one word. So I gotta say.
Going with
I mean, we can do whatever we want for this improv.
I just want to make sure
if we want to keep it consistent with the podcast name.
Then it's one word.
Okay.
I just want to make sure because you seemed like you forgot.
I did. I did. I'm still thinking about cellos. Okay. Okay.
This has now become the cello episode.
No doubt. Okay.
All right.
If
you
would have. What do you? Wait. Hold on. She's so focused.
I can't look at you because I'll start laughing. So
what are you looking at think? You're just looking at the microphone.
Because I can't. You're gonna make me laugh.
Okay. Yeah. It's a comedy. We're trying to have fun. We can laugh.
No, Joe. Okay. We can't get through this.
I'm tired.
So good.
I'm tired.
Those are the best, though. I love when I laugh so much I cry. It's the best.
I'm laughing about 4 different things in my head.
I got a story about a time a kid made me cry from laughing so hard.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll go after this. Okay.
All right. Our next episode. We do after this. Okay.
Okay. We'll figure it out. Or off camera.
Well, yeah. We do that. All right. If
you
would have
told
me
that
the
snake
bit
my
grandma,
I
would have
taken
another
shot
at
the
people,
but
I
didn't
know.
So
I
couldn't
grab
the
pipe
to
hit
the
grandma.
You were supposed to say snake.
Well, grandma came in my head. It's improv.
Oh, that's great. That was good. Wait, we should. I was going shot of, but you said at. I was like, the alcohol. I was going to alcohol. Not on the same page. That was great, though.
That's improv. You don't know what the other person's thinking.
I thought that was better than last episode. We're getting there.
We're gonna get good at this. This will be good when we do the live podcast.
That'll be great
for sure. So
we should do more different improv too. Where like give us a place, right? Isn't improv like give us a place and a setting?
Yeah,
that's the same thing.
I don't think that would work good up. This is just quick and bing bang. We could do
boom,
it.
Boom,
boom,
boom. We should pull an audience member into it too and have 3.
Yeah,
that would be great.
It's fun.
It would be so much fun.
So much fun. Did you say another story you wanted to tell before we wrapped it up?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, she said, nah.
I'll tell you. I don't know if it'll be funny on the podcast.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of fun. I mean, I am having so much fun with this podcast. And please go to ifyoutoldme@gmail.com. Remembered it.
Hey.
And, please subscribe on all Spotify, all the places.
All the places. Where all the cool kids are.
Give it a 5-star review. Give us a beautiful comment that helps us get up in the ratings.
Yeah. And email us ideas or funny stories or funny news articles.
Of course. Just email us anything.
Yeah.
Tell us you like the podcast. Be like, yo, you guys should talk. Yeah, funny news story. We like funny news stories, crazy news stories. We don't want no hard-hitting news.
Something outlandish. Something cremating your dog and starting a wildfire.
Home renovation, skull findings.
Dementia.
Dementia from anxiety. You heard what we talk about. Or if you're into improv, because we like to make up, my whole point of doing that improv thing is we're a story-based podcast. Make up a fake story for fun.
I can't believe you hit the grandma.
Hit the grandma. And I wasn't even going for that. It just grandma came to my head and boom.
There we go.
So thanks everybody for checking us out.
Yeah.
See you next time.